Reaching the summit of a mountain is one of the most acknowledgeable achievements anyone can challenge themselves to do. The symbolism of a mountain in media can sometimes be overplayed in portions, but done well, its meaning resonates with me deeply. While overcoming harsh weather conditions, exhaustion, pain, demotivation all physically, it's a great plotline for battling your past traumas, anxieties, and even fear. Done right, the lasting effect of reaching the summit is just beautiful. The clearest example being Celeste, a near perfect execution of the anxiety mountain concept. Challenging your past fears and controlling the heavy weight of severe anxiety while also making the player work their ass off mechanically. Celeste put me through hell, and I truly felt like I was dealing through issues with the main character, strengthening the relationship with not only them, but myself. Or even with music, with one of my favorite artists of recent years, Quadeca, and his 2021 album, taking a climbing the mountain themed approach, talking about relationships, isolation, and understanding his rising social status. It's a little too cheesily arrogant at points, and some tracks have a real shattered glass feeling where it's hard to approach for some. But more of the ambient tracks allow for a calm break, a peace of mind from this mountain that we all face. This mountain theme has become one of my favorite cliches, and today I can add another style of this trait to my arsenal. A short hike is very similar to like a rich piece of chocolate. While it might be gone in a few bites, its powerful taste leaves a sweet feeling far after it's disappeared. It's a short little indie that takes the wonderful reach the summit approach in a more casual and even whimsical way. Basically, Animal Crossing one day said, "Damn, that game Celeste kinda bad though," and then made love to it while listening to a Studio Ghibli playlist. Actually, that's probably the best description I could possibly give. You play as the most adorable bird named Claire with a goal to reach the summit of Hawk Peak to get some cell service, naturally. But the island itself spans more than just a challenge. You meet other citizens of the island, explore all kinds of charming locations, and you collect a ton of items along the way. The Animal Crossing inspiration is amazing in my opinion. You can fish for different species and sell them for coins. You can dig up the little fossil marks for money mainly, and even the character design is just big-headed animal characters that walk like Steve from Minecraft. But I wouldn't call those negatives at all actually, since the game itself is entirely different and not necessarily a clone, since a short hike is an adventure game with little challenges in between. Honestly, fuck Animal Crossing. A short hike has beach stickball. Oh, bruh. Dude, how did I just lose? Oh, damn, it's like that, alright. The little mini games and random tasks you can do in a short hike are always equally exciting to each other. Other than offering a break from the mountain, you can have fun or help a runner find their lucky headband, for instance. The little quests are normally really fun to do. And after playing for a while, I noticed doing these helpful tasks for the people, I actually felt really impactful. Talking to the other animals or aiding them in need have lasting effects for your relationship with them. Like giving a local runner their lucky headband, for instance, giving them confidence to compete in the local mountain race. You can see their attitude change with the humorous but charming dialogue this indie game brings. Like, I genuinely felt happy getting 25 hits in beach stickball because that little kid was so impressed and grateful that Claire was taking his made-up game seriously. Or when I was feeling pumped when I beat that little girl in that parkour race, her own parkour race that she challenged me to. You can't win from me. Doing all of these kinds of deeds, of course, gives you some type of item or money, yeah. But the lasting effect I see on the animals is what really draws me home for this entire game. Dude, one kid ordered me to get 15 shells just because they wanted it. And after I gave it to them, they just ran off. But mechanically, on the other hand, this game slaps just as hard. You quickly unlock more movement options by doing certain challenges, running, jumping, gliding, and even flapping your wings. You can find golden feathers around the island to add a little burst of wind when you're flying or gliding, and it also helps with actually climbing the mountain. The more feathers you find, the easier climbing the mountain becomes. But you can do it with only a handful if you really know where and what to climb onto. That has to be the best part about this indie game. The kind of approach it offers to how you, the player, want to tackle this challenge. You want the climb to be easy? Just run around the island, find more golden feathers, and boom, it should be easy. Finding those alone is a game in itself, a fun collectathon almost. But movement just feels goofy in a really inviting way, like I'm playing with a little toy. And I would be excited to see this style implemented into a bigger game or something even deeper. Not to throw out such a bold statement, but this might honestly be one of the best open world games I've ever played through. And no, not through sheer size or graphical capabilities, but use of its colorful terrain and phenomenal controls. Finding my childlike curiosity to explore every nook and cranny of a lustrous world I don't fully know yet. Gaining these small but pleasant relationships with these creatures and finding something enjoyable everywhere I go seemed like a bigger adventure for me. And for only around 2 hours of gameplay. Realistically, you can beat this game in under an hour, yet I had the chance to dive into this spectacular world. It's a small map in comparison to most open world games, but that doesn't take away its immersive nature. Maybe sometimes smaller is better. Trust me. After gaining a familiarity to this land and forming respects for its inhabitants, I set out on my climb to reach the summit. I met fellow mountain climbers along the way. I used all of my golden feathers at points to tread harsh conditions. I put my mind and my heart to work, tackling Hawk's Peak. The higher I went, the colder it would become, and slowing me down, blocking my point of view, freezing my stamina. I never thought twice to look back. I continued to hustle my way up this climb. The ambient yet intense music surrounded my ears, and soon enough, I found myself reaching its peak. I actually did it. I conquered Hawk's Peak, and as I stood there mesmerized by the glory of my achievements and beauty of the island below me, snow flowing through the rustles of the relaxing winds, we get a call. Our mom calls us. We were worried about her all day, but we're finally getting to hear her voice. She congratulates me on beating Hawk Peak and reminiscence on her own past mountain challenges. She talks about how she is fine with her surgery, luckily, telling us not to worry any longer. But not soon after, hearing behind us the famous Hawk's Peak updraft. We hesitate, but our mom calms the nerves and we jump headfirst, being blown into the air all throughout the island down the mountain. We faced our fears, conquered Hawk's Peak, and we got our cell service. My name is Rox. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Peace and love.